Can the PlayStation VR2 save virtual reality? Now let's get one thing straight right off the bat. There seems to be the idea out in the world that some people think that the virtual reality scene is dying or is completely dead. Well, this is simply 100% not the case. You see, VR is doing better than ever, and the fact that some people might think that it really needs help or saving might need to do a little bit more fact checking. One of the most popular headsets in the world, which is the Quest 2, sold over 10 million copies and is definitely a household name. So the question is not, can the PlayStation VR2 save virtual reality? The question is how can the PlayStation VR2 make VR take another giant leap in mainstream media? You see, the PlayStation VR2 could be the best VR in 2023 and potentially beyond. The new VR from Sony is expected to outsell from its predecessor, the PlayStation VR1, with 3.6 million headsets in only the first 2 years. Now again, these are estimates and these are not meant to take too seriously. All in all, this would bring the total percentage from PlayStation 5 owners getting the VR headset to 7% conversion rate. This would beat the 4% from PlayStation 4 owners getting the PlayStation VR1. One of the biggest drawbacks right now is that the PlayStation VR2 is hard to get because of lack of PS5s. At this time, if you go over to the Sony website or even go to Walmart, you can actually purchase a PlayStation 5. So if you're seeing this video, hopefully you've already gotten your hands on the PlayStation 5 and give more people a shot at wanting to get the PlayStation VR2. With more PlayStation 5s being produced and easier to get your hands on, this should hopefully help the PlayStation VR2 get into more households and become even more mainstream than it currently is right now. But how could the PlayStation VR2 compete with PC VR? So there's one simple fact, is that hands down, PC VR has provided the most immersive experience you can get right now in VR. But there's one simple catch, and that is the average Joe going to grab a PC can be very scary and potentially very intimidating if you don't know any tech or PC parts. However, walking into a simple store and knowing you're going to get a PlayStation 5 or a simple console is not as scary. See, people don't buy iPhones by the tens of millions just because they like hardware, though that's a huge part of it, but it's because they are tied into the ever-growing sprawling ecosystem of software and services that allow you to do more with products if you upgrade them. The same thought process applies to if you're buying your favorite console. See, a lot of people tend to gravitate towards what they grew up with. Just like if you're an Xbox fan, you're gonna stick to Xbox. If you're a PlayStation fan, you're probably gonna stick to the PlayStation 5. So with VR becoming more widely popular, it's gonna leave some Xbox fans left out and have no chance but to want to grab a PlayStation 5 and a VR with it. Not only that, but the PlayStation 5 and other consoles are not as big of a money commitment. For example, the Vive Pro 2 is gonna run you over $1,000. A high-end PC can cost you anywhere up to $2,000 at the minimum. Now, the average person is not gonna want to drop that type of money. And I want to say it again, the average person. I know there is a huge market for people that are complete tech freaks and would love to get their hands on the newest edition of the PlayStation VR2 and the newest edition for PC. And when I talk about that huge market, I'm also including myself. Though the PlayStation VR2's price might not be as popular as the Quest 2, which is a standalone VR headset, you're gonna get a much more significant higher quality with the PlayStation VR2. Not only that, but the PlayStation VR2 has over 70 confirmed games already. Now, I will say that most of these are indie title games with only one AAA game, which is Horizon Call of the Mountain. You can actually get this game as a complete bundle set with the PlayStation VR2 headset as well. That's not to mention that the PlayStation VR2 should be easy to get your hands on, as Sony has over 2 million units ready to go upon its release. Now, though pre-orders have already started from November 15th, it's still a huge increase from the PlayStation 5's crisis on launch. And you're getting such higher quality, the HDR implemented in the VR, the amazing display, and the advanced new eye tracking, which yes, is on other headsets as well, but coming from the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation VR2 combined, it's about $1,100 at max. You're getting great quality. And let me tell you something right now, if you are still watching this video, then that means you probably like PlayStation VR2 or you like VR in general. At the time of recording this video, we are currently at 309 subscribers. I would love if you could become the 310th and more, as it genuinely means the world to me. That being said, if you want to know more about the PlayStation VR2, well, make sure to check this video out right here. The only things you need to know about the PlayStation VR2 upon its release on February 22nd, 2023. And as always, I'm JizzleVR, and I will catch you in the next video.